Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, a flight that departed on March 8, 2014 around 12:45 at night for Kuala Lumpur to Beijing with 227 passengers and 12 crew members on board. Flight's captain's name was Captain Zahiri Ahmed Shah, and the second pilot was Farik Abdul Hamid. But after about 40 minutes, the flight mysteriously disappeared. What happened with this flight? Let's talk about it. After flying for 40 minutes, the plane reached a point named Igari, which is the border of Vietnam, Malaysian. Air traffic controller told the pilots to contact Vietnam's air traffic controller as they were near Vietnam border. But after this plane disappeared from the radar. People at China's airport were waiting to meet their friends and family members, but who knew that they could not meet their beloved relatives ever again? Their curiosity increased as the time passed by. As the people started questioning, they were told that the flight disappeared. In Malaysia's military radar, it was seen that the plane turned to left around 180 degrees and started to fly back towards Malaysia. Now the question is that why would a plane whose route was to China come towards Malaysia? There are two possibilities. First is that the pilots did this themselves or that the plane was hijacked. An interesting thing is that when the plane flew, the Thailand air defense system was near it. But the plane was flying next to it at a distance at which the air defense system could not detect it, and no one would be able to trace it. Then this plane passed over Malaysia, where there is an island on which is a mobile phone company's satellite that catched Captain Farik Abdul Hamid's mobile signals. This island is in Indian Ocean, which shows that the plane was flying over the Indian Ocean. Data showed that after this plane went missing, it still kept flying for 6 hours. Captain Zahiri Ahmed Khan had a flight simulator at his home. Flight simulator is a virtual experience of flying plane in which a person feels that he is flying a plane. Before flying this plane, Captain Zahiri flew the plane on the same route, which means on the Indian Ocean, in his flight simulator. That why many people accuse him for this incident. However, another theory of hijacking was also proposed, as there were 2 people on this plane that were traveling with stolen passports, but investigation showed that they wanted to go to Germany to live there, so the hijacking theory doesn't seem that true. And again, the doubt is on Captain Zahiri. After that, the plane reached another point called Mecca, from which it forever disappeared. Some of its debris, like its wing, was found from another island of Indian Ocean. Malaysia's then Prime Minister Najib Razak also confirmed that the aircraft's flight ended somewhere in the Indian Ocean.
Deep sadness and regret that I must inform you that according to this new data, flight MH370 ended in the southern Indian Ocean.
But no further explanation had been given. Lastly, after so many years, this topic is again trending because recently aviation expert of NASA Richard Godfrey claims that this plane is thousands of kilometers away from Australia in Indian Ocean. His theory is that whenever a plane passes by a radio signal, it disturbs those signals. According to him, in that part of the Indian Ocean, radio signals were disturbed 130 times that night, which proves that this plane crashed in that area of Indian Ocean. But an American company, Ocean Infinity, is again trying to find this plane. This company will find this plane by send drones to the south of Indian Ocean. They say pay us only if we find MH370, which means they are sure about that. Till today, this plane is somewhere in the Indian Ocean. It was crashed there purposefully. Who did it? Nobody knows. Subscribe to know the reality.